Peace, love, strength, and power, royal family. This is a continuation from my last post. I guess I could have approached it differently because I had to think about it a little longer. The truth is, we're not living life. That was the whole point. We're not living. We have family members who leave this earth way too early. And if you think back on the time that y'all spent together, me in particular, my cousins, my brother, we was living life. Our incomes were supplemental by, simply having adults. So we wasn't dependent so much on having to work 9 to 5s and stuff. And even when we got into our young adulthood, we took care of each other when we all moved under the same roof. None of us had 9 to 5s. We all had some kind of hustle to us. And we took care of each other. And I'm just thinking back on the times that we did have together, that we were living life. You get up when you want to. You stay up and smoke and sip as long as you want to, have a conversations to break dawn. We had life back then. And then I think about where we are now. You reach a certain age, you have kids, you get in relationships, you make family, and your life simply becomes maintaining a roof over your head. That's not life. That's not life. Every day you get up to go punch a clock, or you get up to go find a way to get this fiat, this paper, which has no value at all. You can see the way they throw it around for war. It has no value. But you get up every day and you give your life, your time, your energy, your passion. You sacrifice it all, simply broken down to the simplest form, to maintain a roof over your damn head, in your children's head. That is your entire life, up until you reach a certain age, maybe 70, and then they might let you free. Might. But please understand, this was a voluntary commitment and submittance to a system. Voluntary. And I don't get it. I don't get it why we have not collectively come to an understanding that we don't have to let the most frail, uncreative, unintimidating, weakest group of human beings on earth dictate to us how we have to live our lives, because they have created so many restrictions and restraints to simply being able to live free. These men are frail. If you see them walking down the street, their money weighs more than them. They're not intimidated. You blow on them, they fall over. You go boo, they catch a heart attack. They're very weak, but they have so much power because they create a system that they control. And we continue to feed this system. The truth is, the way this world is going, the globe right now is in a reconstruction era right now. They're in a reconstructive area. So what we know today won't exist in 10 years. They're trying to create a system which has more restraints and more restriction and more control. Smart cities, digital currency, biometric IDs. All of this is another attempt to control us even further. Because see, people like me who cannot stand this system in the way that it functions and the way that it holds us. I'm talking about all of us. They can simply say, he's not compliant. He's being a disruptor. He's being a rebel rouser. And simply destroy me digitally. They'll simply restrict my passport. They'll simply cut off whatever finances I have that's connected to whatever digital currency that they created. They'll simply restrict my movements. They'll punish me for trying to wake you up. And we are being dog walked. I can't even say dog walk because ain't nothing, like I said, they're not tough enough to beat us. Literally, they can't enforce the shit without us. They can't even maintain this system. Tell you the truth. But we're not even being dog walked. What's happening is we're being walked down. By us. By us. We are walking our own people down this path of destruction and control and servitude. Yeah, those troopers Those state agents, those federal agents, the ones that put on the big ass helmets and the body armor and the batons and the shields, they are slow walking us to this horrible dystopian tyrannical system of control. And these are your fucking neighbors. They're your neighbors. They get up and get in the car and go get what? They line up in opposition to you. They say, let's go out here and get these motherfuckers under control. Get out here. I'm gonna wave to them. What's up, Bob? Hey, John. Tell the kids to say hi. Get in their vehicle and they go to a place where they plot and plan on how to keep you under control for wealthy fuckboys who don't even work hard. They don't even work hard. They gift themselves bonuses. That's how irrelevant the money system is. They gift themselves executive bonuses. They go golfing while you work 16-hour shifts. They go golfing. They fly around in private jets. They visit different countries or islands. And they live a life. They live a life. Whereas you are simply getting up every day with the intention of trying to keep a roof over your head. We have to stop it, yo. Collectively, we can stop it. Collectively. Their laws, their rules don't mean shit without people to enforce them. Please always remember that. Without a person who's willing to punch a clock for fake ass money, without them getting every morning and deciding every day I'm going to line up in opposition to the people with the intention of taking the money that they give me, which is just to maintain this roof over my head and children's roof over their head, because I'll never be in their class of privilege. But I'm happy to do it because I enjoy it. Without them, they have no fucking system. You should not have to pay for food that you could plant in your backyard. You shouldn't have to pay for food that you could plant in your backyard. You shouldn't have to pay for water that you can filter and drink on your own. Buy the system you need to filter your water, and you can hold water. They have tanks. You can buy tanks. We shouldn't have to pay to live on land. Yo, we are voluntarily doing this to ourselves. We have to come to some kind of collective understanding that we don't have to, because once, because it's just a matter of time. Once they start hitting us here at home, because the world is burning around you, if you haven't noticed. The world is burning around you. Everybody is going through some kind of discomfort except us. And that cannot be forever. So when it does happen, please understand what you thought was important today is not going to be important tomorrow. And then you're going to be trying to spin your wheels on, okay, well, how do we now survive? For all you know, this can be a blessing in disguise. Freedom. Freedom from your oppressor will allow you to live your life. I'm just saying. Sometimes change is not always bad. But you got to catch it at the right time. Free yourself, free your children, free your next generation. Stop teaching them to continue a system of prison and institution, and death and taxes. Stop it. Made this way too long. But peace, love, strength, the power of our family. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay ready. Y'all stay ready.